Hello and welcome to Tonic Studios. We're here today to introduce you to the Decadent Drawer gift box die set. Welcome, I'm Leo. I'm here today with Alison and we're here to show you a brand new die set. This is the Decadent Drawer gift box die set and it is absolutely gorgeous.
Love it.
We had a lot of fun making these for
the
packaging, and there's so many different ways that you can use it as well, which I think is one of the things that we loved the most. You can have different drawer configurations, you can have different heights. There's just so many different options with this, and we love a gift box that you can change and make your own.
We definitely do. And Jodie's had a lot of fun making these as well. So when you see the launch, you will see different ways that Jodie has put them together. So that's something to tune in for.
Absolutely. Shall we have a look at the die set first of all and just look at all of the dies that we have in here? So 27 dies in this set. And I mean, you can see straight away just the beautiful patterns that we've got on these.
They're gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Mm-hmm. They look very baroque. That's what these patterns are. Oh, sorry. There's a couple more suggestions on the back of the package as well, just to give you a couple more ideas. Mm-hmm. So, I'm just going to hold this here. There we go.
Let's just leave it on the desk.
We're having awful problems with this card.
It doesn't want to stay up. It's a
it doesn't.
Card.
It doesn't. So we've got a pattern for the top for your large layer and the sides. But for the little boxes, we've got lots of different layers, and all these will mix and match. Mm-hmm. But they all tie into the other patterns as well.
That's it. They're all of a style, so it doesn't matter if you do use two different patterns on the sides.
Absolutely.
They're going to look like they go together.
Yeah, so we've got a base. Mm-hmm. We've got a couple of closures for the boxes. We've got little handles with a couple of different patterns. I'm going to show you a different way to use those as well. And shall we show a box? Oh, instructions. Instructions. They're all inside. So if you forget how to make it, your instructions are all inside. I thought there was more on the back then.
No, just the 2 pages. It's
not
that
pages.
Difficult.
It's not.
It's probably one of the easiest boxes we've put together recently, to be honest.
I think it is.
Yeah,
I think it is. Everything is straight lines. You're not bowing anything. It is a very easy box to go together once you know how.
I have a question about the die set. So, you know, you got the small panels for the drawers.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Can you fit 4 of those in the big square panel?
Yes, you can.
Oh,
so that would give you more options.
Hang on. Let me take this off. As you know, our dies are always well stuck on. Mm-hmm. Let me just pop these off.
Sorry, I asked now.
That's fine.
Ask a complicated question. Yeah,
you would have a little gap around them, but yes, you could tile it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you could have 4 on the top. Or you could cut these with their layers and layer them on the top. So that is definitely another option. Oh, let me get this one on. Do you know, I wish we could buy this tape. So there we go. You could layer it onto the layers and create even more depth on the top of your boxes.
Absolutely.
God, I'm learning stuff off you, and I.
Honestly, we're making a crafter out of you. It's gonna happen.
You're going to have to make something one day, Alex.
Coming up with all these crafty ideas.
Pop these back on. I know. We're learning from you as well, Alex.
He likes to show out now. You know, with that would make a great shadow box. That's his thing. Having a great shadow box.
You're showing your crafty prowess.
I just know the terms now. So
there we go.
That's what we'll get you to make. We'll get you to make a shadow box card. That'd be pretty.
Okay then, yeah.
But I love these patterns.
I do. I think they're really gorgeous. They're great for paper piecing as well because there's lots of different parts to them that you can pick out.
You see a little bit of that now.
And even on the same pattern, if you could paper piece it 2 or 3 different ways to highlight different sections of the pattern as well.
Yeah. If you want to highlight something, use a brighter colour or even a bit of mirror card or something like that. and that would highlight a certain area. So let's show you a box then, is it?
Let's.
We'll move that to one side. So look at, this is how it was designed. So you have, hang on now, have you got a tie?
I think.
Oh.
Yes.
So if you look inside the box, it's quite a good depth, and I reckon you get quite a lot of goodies in there.
Mm-hmm.
The drawers then, if I pull this one, the drawers are quite a good size as well. So I think if you've got a bigger gift, or even lots of pieces that comprise one gift, this is your box for you.
That's it, and you've got your 4 drawers in, so you've got one on each side that pulls out, so everywhere you've got a tab, you've got a drawer then. So all of these are drawers, so they kind of all fit together.
They do.
In a very nice little style.
On this one, we've got one on every corner.
Mm-hmm.
But you've made one, I'm wondering if we got a here. I don't think we have. You've had
so
to one side, to the other side, so back to front them. We've had...
That one would be a good one to show because it kind of reverses them.
Have a little look.
So this one has been doubled up. So the drawer section has been made double height. But you can see the drawers are on the opposite corners.
Let me just pop this out as well. I'm going to have to pop all these back in after.
So yeah, you are, because I haven't shot the product stuff yet.
Look at that. That's the jewellery box with a little mirror.
Like, it screams jewellery box to me, this.
It does.
Really does.
It does.
So we're shooting this just before lunch, so all I'm thinking is a lunchbox.
You're thinking of it as a lunchbox. If you had a little snack
that's
in
a
every
tiffin
single
box, isn't it?
Yes.
A little snack in each one of these drawers, that would be an amazing lunchtime, wouldn't it?
There's also a little magnet holding this.
Oh,
so the
lovely.
ribbon is just for show.
Pretty.
And the magnet is under here.
So it wasn't tied onto anything? So you've untied it?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was only put through there.
They foxed you out.
Never mind.
So this one has a couple of different little features that we want to mention. Like I said, you've got your drawers on opposite sides. There we go. My fingers are on opposite sides as well. So, and they've done that all the way around. So you just put when we show you how to construct this, you can just put the pieces in a different way basically to do that. But on the corners down here on the feet as well, they've actually used one of the decorative details that would be for the handle to actually give this little flourish on the feet of the box
that's
as
gorgeous.
well, just to give it a little extra touch, which is a
absolutely
lovely detail.
Delightful.
Really like that one.
So what have you got?
We've got a couple of other ways of doing it. So obviously, like we said, the standard way is with the top opening box and then your set of drawers. This one is just the set of drawers. So you've got your one on each side all the way around on this one. So it's a slightly shorter gift box, and then it's just got a really beautifully patterned lid. I think the pattern probably goes maybe that way. There we go. With little fleur-de-lis in there as well. So you can make it a little bit shorter, so you can just have the drawers.
So this one is tied.
Definitely no.
Definitely tied on this one.
You're being very brave opening all of these.
I know. But you like to see what's inside, don't you?
Absolutely.
That's the secret of all this. Hang on now, bear with. Because I'm going to have to tie all these bows later.
You are, because I can't tie a bow.
But Karen said,
if I've got a long enough piece of ribbon, but when the ribbon's already been cut to length, no chance.
So this is all lined as well.
it's a lovely colour green, isn't it?
It's beautiful. This is our olive green. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. And the drawers then have got little ribbon pulls on them. Obviously, they're card, so you're not going to be able to give them a really good tag. And they are all lined as well.
Oh, look at that. So gorgeous.
It's finished really well. And then on the top then, you've got a nice little greeting with some flowers to decorate. Absolutely gorgeous.
So that's it. So have a look in your stash and see what other decorative elements you could add to this box. Obviously, you've got all of the panels that go onto the box itself, but you can add sentiments, you can add flowers, any other sort of bits and pieces that you've already got in your stash. Yeah.
Make it into a man's box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you've got any like ephemera type pieces as well, you can add those on. Lots of different choices.
Shabby chic.
Oh, yeah.
These would shabby chic up really well.
They really would. Get some mousse on there, get some, mixed media going.
Distress the edges.
Yes.
I can see that now.
You can, absolutely. If you make one, don't forget, tag us in your make. So
Absolutely.
see what you've done with it.
So this one is just the top box on the feet. And as you can see, this is made by Vicky.
One of Vicky's makes.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
And again, just, a sentiment from your stash put on the top.
Yeah, show the top out.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Bring it forward a bit.
There it is. Isn't that pretty? This is what we were saying. It is so versatile. You can make this in so many different ways. I've got another one here that is just the 2 sets of drawers on top of each other. And again, they've been done on the opposite sides. The drawers are opposite to each other. This is weird for me.
I know.
Left and right on this doesn't work.
I'm glad you've done that.
So your drawers are on opposite sides. If you wanted to make them though, so you had 2 drawers up here, and then maybe you could have 2 drawers on the bottom on the next side and do it that way. You could do it that way as well. Lots and lots of different ways that you can configure this.
That one's lovely on the bottom as well. I think you need to show that one. Do you want me to show that one over here, or are you all right?
because I'm going to knock that off. Thank you. If I just grab this one. Now this one is very special. So this one is just the drawer section again, but it's been made into a card on the top. So you've got a little easel card that does fold flat onto the top as well. So it's not only a gift box, it is the card as well. It's a
mantelpiece pleaser.
It is, absolutely. So pretty. It's such a clever idea as well. And that's just using one of the panels for the side as your stopper as well.
So clever.
Very good.
I think that's Vicky's as well, isn't it?
Shilpa.
Oh, Shilpa. Sorry, Shilpa, I'm giving you credit away there.
And we even have, so using these panels, if you wanted to make a coordinating card, just using one of those panels, and I can't tell if this is glitter card. No, it's embossing powder, isn't it?
It could be. It's very sparkly.
It is. I'm pretty sure that's embossing powder.
And this is from Laura.
It's absolutely gorgeous. So just using it as a panel on a card. So if you wanted to make a coordinating set, a gift box and a card to match.
Absolutely.
All of those panels are going to work really nicely on your cards as well.
It's stunning. Absolutely stunning.
So let's see how this all goes together. And it is a really simple box. I'm going to do it in stages for you.
We are. So we're going to start at the bottom. So the bottom has got to be your base part. So I'm going to start with the feet. Let me tilt it that way. Start with the feet and then we'll work up. So we need 4 feet panels, which is this one here. Oh, let me bring it in. This one here. And we're going to need one of the large squares. So let's get some glue. I got so flummoxed with the tape the last time that I've gone back to my glue. So you've got a score line. You've got 2 score lines actually. So always fold your score lines first and your tab on the side. And I tend to like to build in a square. And then I go round in layers. So we'll have a little bit of glue. I'm using deluxe adhesive as always.
Because there isn't another type of glue, is there?
Well, there isn't for me.
There isn't for us, no.
There isn't for me.
But we like it for a bit of wiggle room, quick bonding.
Absolutely.
I was sticking we'd lost a couple of feet off our glass mat and I was using deluxe adhesive to glue extra feet on.
Absolutely. It works.
It comes in for everything. Okay, so the next one now. Bit of glue again. And they'll only go in one way. So there's no other way you can glue these in place. But your tabs are going to line up with the next layer. So just give it a little bit of a press. Ooh.
Oh.
You can also reinforce these or add a little shadow. So if you wanted to cut a second colour of the feet and drop them down a bit, obviously cut off the glue tabs, drop them down. So you add that extra little bit of detail at the bottom if you wanted to.
If you want to cut that little pattern in, I would cut them before I've started gluing. There we are, there's the last one. So you can see how easily these all fit together. It's just like doing a jigsaw. There we are. So I'm gonna leave that one a minute We'll give that one a chance to dry. So the next bit now, we're going to bring the tabs in together. And I just think they all come in so easily.
I do like when we're building square boxes because you've got nice, sharp, crisp edges to work too.
You have. So just give them a pinch and there's your feet for one corner. Really, really pretty.
You can kind of be, when it's a simple box like this to put together, you can kind of be more creative on your whole design.
Absolutely.
Because you haven't got to think about how the box goes together.
No, absolutely. I mean, there's lots of different options here. You can use patterned paper, you can use the patterns. And like we said, you could bring in other elements as well if you want to.
I think so.
You could bring in chic pieces.
Definitely your mousses.
Oh, absolutely.
Because the mousse over these patterns would look absolutely stunning.
Imagine if you had like a black and you put in some gold and just rubbed it around the edges. Just a light dry cloth, just buff in some gold mousse onto it.
So there's our base all ready and made.
Nice.
Obviously, I would weight it for a little bit just to make sure everything is glued in place. Because it is rocking a little bit.
As we build it up, that will disappear.
It'll move. So I'm going to put that to one side. We're going to move now onto the drawers. So my next bit is, let's build a drawer. So you're going to need 2 of this shape, which is the L-shaped die. Let me bring this one in. There we go. 2 of these for the drawer, for each drawer. So however many you want.
Depending on how high you're building this.
Absolutely. You can cut these patterns in, back them with acetate, or obviously a bit of vellum.
Yeah.
You know we love vellum. Pop little candles in the drawers, obviously battery operated. I mean, it could be a lovely Christmas ornament as well.
It could be. I was just thinking then, it's got 4...
It could be an Advent.
I'm thinking, can you do it to Advent? Do you have the right number?
I think you could.
In 4s? Yeah, I think you could.
4 8s?
Yeah, of course you could.
Yeah,
no,
you could.
3 8s.
Yeah.
There we are.
It'd be a very tall
It would be tall. Or you could put them side by
side.
side, but you would lose the 2 in the middle, wouldn't you? Or you put them back and front.
Isn't that what Jodie did with her hinged opening pair?
That's when you got to see it.
Yeah.
Watch Jodie's show.
So if you did 2 wide, you'd have 4. You could put 4 drawers at the front, 4 drawers at the back.
You could.
And then do that 3 times.
You could.
Yeah.
So it'd be twice as wide, 3 times as tall.
Yeah.
There you go. Advent calendar project for you.
That's a challenge for you. Post it in the group.
Alex is going to make one for his daughter this year.
And then maybe number 25 could be the top one.
Your top one would be your big prezi.
With a nice, and I'll give it to Cara and put a Ritter Sport in it.
Big Ritter Sport. So your bases then just slot into each other. And that's how easy you're making this box. A little bit of glue on the base, slot them in, and then you're going to glue your tabs. It couldn't be easier. We couldn't even make this any easier. You know, I think Nahil's done a great bit of engineering here. There we go. So there's your drawer made. And obviously I'm going to show you 4 drawers. So,
do you want me to hold that one for a second?
You can do, but there's my drawers ready done. Wasn't that quick?
Here's one I made earlier.
Yeah, we should have just done a quick. I know they're there.
There they are.
Classic bit of TikTok.
So now we're going to move on. Let me have a little think what I've got. I'm going to build on another base now, so that we just glue each of the bases together. You can build straight onto this bit. But I think that if you put another layer in between, you're building more stability into your box.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's probably easier to work on the flat surface than to work on the feet as well.
Absolutely. So, what do we have now? Oh, a little handle there creeping in. So we have 4 of the double panels. And a base. So we're going to take them. So your glue tab... This glue tab here is in the middle. And then we're going to start gluing like a windmill.
It's hard to visualise that until you see it.
Absolutely. So start with your outer edge. So I've popped a little bit of glue just on this one opposite the tab. And I'm going to pop that, line it up with the edge.
That's it. That makes it nice and easy again, doesn't it?
So if I turn it that way, I am lining it right up, giving a little push. So it's lined right on the edge.
Now I can see why you didn't use tape.
Yes.
This is it, because with this you need that little bit of wiggle room to make sure you've got it perfectly lined up.
You do.
If you had tape, as soon as it went down, that's it, it's stuck.
Yes. We love a bit of wiggle room. So, obviously.
In our dresses and in our boxes.
Absolutely. So the next one then is going to build exactly like a little windmill. So if I pop this one down as well, so we'll do the other side. And how do we match this? Take your box, pop your box in, and it wraps around. So it's almost giving it a little overcoat. There we are.
You're making the little pocket basically for the drawer to sit into, aren't you?
Exactly. Right, let me make sure that's nice and straight. And then we'll move on to the next. So again, your tab is going to be in the middle. So turn it. And then it'll glue. No, I've moved my tab there.
No, you were right.
I were right. There we are. So again, we're starting on the same corner. So think of your corner and you go to the same one each time. So again, a little bit of glue on the bottom. If I turn it there, we're pushing it right up to that corner again. Make sure you're on the corner there and on the edge. There we go. That's it. Give that a press. Then I can pop it down, a little bit of glue on the inside.
And once you've got the first one in, the rest of them
they will
fit
just
to each other,
all
don't they?
slot in then. Because this tab right in the very middle here glues to that box. But I'll come back and do that at the end now. So next one, make sure your tab is in the middle. I'm feeling a bit repetitive here now. But I'm telling myself as much as I'm telling you. So turn your card, same corner, pop it down.
I'd be doing the same as you if I was making it. Just constantly saying to myself, that goes there, that goes there,
That's
that
it.
goes there.
I mean, that's what I do whenever I'm doing videos. I'm as much telling myself what I'm doing. You know, you've got to talk to someone, haven't you? So
that's why I'm here.
Well,
We're teaching Mr. Alex how to craft.
we certainly are.
He's basically getting one-on-one personal tuition.
Yeah, but without the actual stuff to practice with.
We are expecting good things from you, Mr. Alex.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe we'll do a Christmas special.
That one's popped up.
Oh, I think we could do something sooner than that. We've got
I
another big
think
event
we
before
should.
Christmas.
I think we should.
Oh, head is in hand. Head is in hands.
Oh dear, oh dear.
No, the stuff that's coming out on birthday week is too much for me, I think.
You've given it away now, Alex.
They know when our birthday is.
This is true.
And we always release good stuff on birthday week.
Don't we
We
just?
do. We
Oh,
do.
could you imagine him making the... That would be a good one for you.
Hang on, I'm
We've
sure
talked
it
about
is.
having to do a 2-hour make video for that because of the size on it. Do you think a beginner could pick it? A beginner could pick it up with good instruction, but you need good instruction, not instruction from me.
Well,
That's why we're here.
we got 3 people that can give good
We can give you
instruction.
some mediocre instruction between us, I'm sure.
You can give excellent instruction.
So this is the last now. So pop that down.
Reminds me of the legs on the is the Isle of Man flag.
Yes.
Got the 3 legs.
Running
Yes.
men.
I mean, there's more, but
The Breton flag as well, I think, has them in 2.
So now we're going to glue these little tabs in the middle. Now that we've got everything in place,
And again, it's just adding that kind of structure and stability to the core of that box for you.
Absolutely. Oh, this one is lifted, so we'll glue everything together now. There we go. That's it. So make sure one of your tabs glues to each of the inside panels. There we are, that one's done. So we're going to bend this one back. Lordy. Trouble is, I move on too quick. That's my problem.
But there's the benefit of tape, isn't it? That you can kind of jump onto the next one.
You can. So there we are. No, one more.
Which is the reason we usually use tape in construction.
We do. Because you're going to take much longer than this at home.
Oh,
you're not going to try and do it in a couple of minutes.
You can hold it, watch some EastEnders or whatever it is you're watching.
Of course you can.
Of course you can.
Watch another one of our videos.
So there's our box made. So now we're going to pop the lid on. So run a little bit of glue all around. You can tape, obviously. If tape is your favourite, then that is what you use.
But you've got a mantra, haven't you, Al?
I do.
No tape.
No tape.
It's only for longevity. If this is something, if you're going to put this on your dressing table and you're going to use it for...
You're going to want longevity.
Exactly. You don't want it to be taped because it is possible that after a while, with the sun being on it, the changing temperature and so on, that the tape might start to not stick as well. Yeah. Which is why we say to glue.
Because we send these projects up and down to Jodie. They spend a lot of time on the motorway. We don't know.
Having a burger and a quick drink.
Exactly.
Oh, you can't say that. It is still pre-lunch. Now all I'm going to be thinking about is a services burger.
But they're in boxes. They could be, if we transported them, they could be damp, they could be hot, they could be cold.
That's it.
We're not sure where they're going to be. So there we are. Turn it all around. So there's your lid. And there is your box.
And that's the standard way of making it. So obviously if you did want to have it, so you've got 2 drawers at the front and 2 at the back.
Yes.
You just change the way that you add in the sections into the middle.
Initial box.
Yeah, exactly.
There we are. So we can just pop our little boxes in. There we are. In you go.
Corner glue tab.
That's it. It is.
You have to get Toby to engineer some paper like drawer sliders.
Little runners.
The little runners,
Absolute soft closing ones as well.
Yeah.
So that's your middle bit. So now we're going to move on to the top box. So what do we need for that? Right. We're going to have 4 of these side panels, which is, this shape.
I think this is one of the other parts of this box I really like, that even these tabs are decorative. It's not just a standard little tab that you've got this time.
Absolutely. I mean, ink the edges here. Bring in a little bit of embossing powder onto the edges, a little bit of gilding maybe.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That would be gorgeous. Right, and I'm going to use 3, all of 3 of the big squares.
Can I guess why?
Why?
You're going to hide your work-ins.
I love to hide my work-ins, you know that. Don't want to see any work-ins.
You could even use 4 for this.
You could use 4?
Yes.
You could use 4, but I will be kind and I will use 3. And obviously there are 2 ways as well. Fold along your lines, not along the edge of your box. It's such a decorative edge. If I show you that. It's so pretty. That could be part of the pattern on the outside of your box. And in fact, I think I may glue them like that.
Yeah, because we've
because
got one
we haven't
here
got
to show.
one. So I will show you that one.
Yeah.
So my others are all folded.
No, because I guess what people have done with their makes they've sent in is be where they've used the decorative panels. They'd
But
cover
this
up, wouldn't
could
they?
be your decoration as well. So again, each of these just works around your box. There we go.
And this time you're putting your tab under.
I'm putting it under because I don't want to see inside the box. I don't want to see the tabs inside the box. As pretty as they are, you have got layers, mind. You've got a smaller layer that you could put inside the box. And obviously you've got a layer here that would line the sides. So it's all thought of. It is all covered. Make sure this pretty tab is going the same way all the way around, because otherwise you may defeat the object. Well, saying that, no, you don't have to. You could have one side that has the two pretty edges coming together.
Would you have enough glue tabs then to hold the box together?
I suppose what you could even do is...
Maybe not.
You could even just
Maybe
slice them
not.
off,
You
couldn't
could
you?
slice them off and add them back
You
on.
could.
Absolutely. Cut along the score line. You could use them as panels then.
Could. You could.
So
You could
you're
even
detailed.
use the top bit then as decoration if you cut that off as well.
There are always extra ways. We think of them after we've made ours.
Absolutely. We make our samples to be photographed on the packaging, and then we think of 3 or 4 other ways that we could have done it.
Absolutely. So again, we build in a nice, easy square. So as I say, these decorative panels here could go inside. So you get a plain butt edge, or you bring them out. What I would say though, if you're going to put layered paper, put your layer of paper on first, then bring this panel out.
Yeah.
So this becomes part of your decoration as well, because it's just too pretty not to see.
We do one like this on the packaging. Yes, we did. We did do
Yes. And you layered it, didn't you?
I chuck this here. So I actually used as well one of the drawer pulls. I cut that down
You did.
to add as like a little layer over the top. It's a shame we don't have that box down here to show you, but there
This
we go.
is the drawer pull.
To bring it here, look.
So this is the drawer pull,
And it matches that sort of profile for the
and
glue
that
tab.
goes on there.
I'll bring your box down a little.
Oh, hang on, we're going on. Where are we going?
Right, go to camera 2 because that's easier for you.
There
There
we
you go.
are. So if I bring that in there, it gives you the perfect layer. You just cut the tab off on the side and it layers on the front. So pretty. But if you've forgotten, say you've stuck it like this and you've forgotten to put your layers underneath, once you pop this on top, nobody's going to know.
Nope.
Nobody will know. It's another secret. Crafty secret. So glue on your tab again.
I suppose there's a lot of wiggle room in this if you do make a mistake.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a good beginner's box, I suppose, isn't
I
it?
think it is. But it
Because
would
it is
never.
all nice straight lines as well. It is a nice simple one to start with.
It would never look like a beginner's box, though.
No.
Absolutely not.
I reckon I can make it look like a beginner's
I
box.
don't think you could. I think everything's been thought of in this. Oh, I got a bit of spare glue there.
I think with putting the glue tabs on the outside as well, it does hide up if any of your corners don't quite meet. If you haven't landed
does.
them exactly perfectly,
It does.
you can just, wrap it around the corner and no one's going to be any the wiser.
That's it. There we go. So that's the last. So you could put another layer on the bottom there to give him more strength, but I'm not going to today. I'm going to be a rebel.
So, where you'd cut 3 before, would you have been using the third one? If you glue them on top of the card, and then use the third one to cover the tabs.
Exactly.
Yes. So I'm going to pop a little bit of glue right on the corner where these overlap. It always reminds me of the expensive boxes of chocolates we used to have years ago, because they always had a lip around the box, didn't they?
And it's a decorative lip, but
It
it's
is.
such a pretty little thing.
It is. I know.
Only do
Let's go that way.
2 of them though.
Yes. Yes.
Very important part.
I think we mentioned food too many times in this
We
video.
have. Can tell it's lunchtime.
Yes.
So give those a little pinch. Hang on. Right, I'm going to leave them. They are going to pop, but that's what I would say. Glue the front 2. Don't glue the back 2 at this point. Because the reason I'm keeping my other 2 layers is for my lid. So one of these is going to go underneath the tab. So make
such
sure
a clever design though.
it is. There we go. So we're lining up just slightly above the score line, and I mean slight. It is so slight, but you don't want it to obscure your fold line, which I think I may have. No, I'm all right. There we go. So bring that forward, and then your other square.
You can make that a decoration as well, couldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you want to, you could cut another one of these pieces and just snip that off, drag it back from the edge a bit and make it into a decorative layer. And
you could.
What is technically a glue tab, but it really doesn't look like a glue tab.
It doesn't look like a glue tab. It doesn't at all. There we are. So that then gives you a sturdy lid, and that is your last layer for your box. So if you bring them all back in now, oh, my glue has popped a little bit, but there. So we have our base. So we glue all these now. Nice little bit of glue. Bring in your first layer, and this is however many layers of boxes you've got. So there's our first. Then we bring in our next layer. But each of these is independent.
Mm-hmm. They're sort
so
of their own self-contained units.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There we are. And then we bring the last one on. And we've got a couple of different closures as well. So I'll show you those now. So we have this tiny little draw pull. So this can either be your layer that goes over the side.
Oh.
Let me bring it in there. So you can, oh, hang on, go over. It can either be the layer that goes over the side, or you can tuck it underneath the front of your box. So it becomes your little tab to lift your lid.
Mm-hmm.
Or, hang on, let's grab a drawer. You pop it inside your drawer, and it becomes your tab for pulling out your drawer. So there's so many ways that you can use this single little tab.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one then. Hang on, let me see if I can turn that around. Reminds me of the top of a bell.
It does, yeah.
So if you want to put ribbons in,
Mm-hmm.
this is your one for ribbons. It's got a little score line in the middle, so you can fold. So again, this will fit inside your drawer. So it'll pop on the front with a little bit of ribbon. It'll tie your top layer together. So you pop one there, and you pop one on the base here, and that will tie those together.
Mm-hmm.
Or, as you've seen in our projects here, you pop a magnet.
Yeah.
So the magnet could go in between these two layers, and it also goes underneath this layer, underneath the layer here. Check your polarity, man, before you put them on. We've done that so many times.
Haven't we just?
And then we've got the last handle, which is this little handle here. So this is really cute. And you've got patterns that will go on to this as well. So can we bring that one in there?
Yeah, let's just show this one.
There we are.
There's a couple here. That one's got a little decorative.
So there's the handles.
So I moved out the way. It was in the way of one of the cameras.
That's okay. No problem at all. So there's the other little handles. You could fold them back on themselves. So they tuck. Oh, let me bring my hand in here. So they tuck behind, or you bring them that the little tabs on the side come out to the side, as they have in this one.
So what have we done on this one? So on this one, they've done the same. They've put them
Yeah.
to the side. Yeah. There's a lot of different options.
Absolutely. So what are your thoughts on this box? Are you feeling as excited as we are? Hope so.
Thank you very much for joining us then. Don't forget, this is now available on our website, so you can go and pick it up from there. If you are a Tonic Craft Kit subscriber, don't forget you've got your TCK code for 10% off your order, and you can split your payment and pay in installments with ShopPay, ClearPay and PayPal as well, which is very handy if you've got a big wish list of things that you want.
Absolutely. Keep clicking that little icon for your wish list, isn't it?
Absolutely. And, don't forget, if it is a birthday or anything coming up, just leave them around the house or print out of your wish list. I find that works wonders. Just a little tip there for you.
Oh, wonderful.
Don't forget to tag us in your makes. We'd love to see what you decide to do with this gift box. It's so versatile. I'm sure there's going to be 101 different ways of putting this together. I can't wait to see them all filling up our Facebook group so we can have a look at those as well. Thank you again for joining us. Make sure you have liked the video, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit that little notification bell, ding, so that you know every time we post a new video for you. We'll see you again soon. Happy crafting.
Bye.